All right, we are here with well, we took a week off. Kind of took a week
We
off.
did. Well, it was Thanksgiving, to be fair. It wasn't like we decided to go to sit on a beach somewhere.
Well, yeah, and we didn't really get a week off because now we just have twice as much work to do.
and we the week that we didn't do it, and the week that we came back, seemed to be the two busiest releases launch weeks we've had in months.
Do you guys ever take a break from this stuff?
I mean, I love all the courses coming out, but holy crap, there's a lot of courses came out in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello, how are you, bud? Happy post Thanksgiving.
Yep, happy post Thanksgiving. I'm actually on Thanksgiving part 2.
Yep,
We stayed
you're in
home for
Florida.
Thanksgiving, and then this week we came down to Florida to see my in-laws. So that's why obviously I'm not at home, right? I am in a bedroom that I might get kicked out of any minute now.
And they don't have a grandfather clock in the house for you.
No, just some let me hit some really cool quilt artwork on the wall, right?
Nice. Yeah, and I'm decked out today. It's Saturday, was Big 12 championship. My Longhorns beat OSU, and so congrats Longhorn Nation for all the fans out there. So it was a good season for us.
Congratulations.
Yep, we had a good run this year.
Yeah. So we are skipping the drinks, but I think you have a drink, but nothing special, right?
I have a drink. Actually, I'm surprised. I asked my son to go surprise me, so he brought me something. I don't know what it is. I haven't actually tasted it yet. It's something that I've had. It's nothing new.
I mean, I have a drink, but it's water. I'll explain what's going on here in a second.
I don't know what it is. I can't tell. It's bourbon. I can tell you that. And yes, before Child Protective Services comes over to my house, my wife poured the drink. All he did was carry it. My 8-year-old is not in the bar pouring me drinks. So I'm sorry to disappoint you guys.
And
But no, nothing new to review, and I don't know what it is. So, and you're going hardcore on your
ice big
there.
ice Yeti, and no, it's not because I'm in rehab.
Well,
I can't. I kind of will be in rehab, but
you
not for the
might be.
rehab that everyone expecting. I got a little bit of bad news.
It's not really a golf story. What we should have done
it will be now because it prevents me from playing golf.
But here's what we should do. Go to the next slide, because what we should have done is have Steve edit it where it's like slide and then boom, the golf story gets a no, go to there you go. Like a big stamp comes down over top of it. Instead of a golf story, it's a
injury story.
No, what sport were you playing?
Oh, pickleball.
It's a pickleball story.
Yeah, and I don't play pickle. Like today was the first time I've ever played. No, not today. 2 days ago.
Not today. Not today.
2 days ago was the first. So I'm in Florida, seeing my in-laws, and of course, what do retired people like to do? They like to play pickleball. So they take us down to the pickleball court. It's my family out there. My wife and I, my 2 youngest daughters, playing pickleball. Long story short, because Master, we got to get this show done. I'm going to get kicked out of here. I completely ruptured and tore my Achilles tendon. Put it that way. It sounded like a snap or a clap, and next thing you know, I'm on the ground with no feeling in my leg, and I cannot move my foot. So I'm going to an orthopedic surgeon on Monday morning, and most likely I'll probably be having surgery very soon, and I'll be not walking for a while.
Oh,
So not because I can't drink, but I can't get up to get a drink.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know when you told me that, I was really, really bummed for you. I'm glad you're not in excruciating pain, but at the same time, so the golf story tie into that is like there won't be any golf for a while for you, like swinging clubs. It sounds like. I guess we'll know more on Monday after you get back and get looked at, by your, So.
Yep. So that's it. I'm sure we'll be talking about that more in upcoming shows, but I will not be golfing for a while, which really sucks because I finally felt like my golf game was coming around.
You were hitting some good shots. You were hitting some really nice shots. Yeah.
As far as my indoor golf league goes, I haven't shot above a 40 in 9 holes since we started playing.
I will tell everybody I played through I think if not all of the courses and all the MPOWs in the sim, But obviously, without Master, Pac-Man helped me play through about 5 or 6 of them, which was a lot of fun. So thank you, Pac-Man, for your help there. But I will say that with your injury, you and I, well, we tried to
Uh,
play where I was in the sim and you were using your mouse only license on your designer PC, and
it was a
we had
disaster.
disaster. We had all kinds of issues with GS Pro where I would hit and it would be fine, and then you would hit,
Well, I wouldn't even
and
see your
it
shot though. It's like,
right,
yeah,
and then you would hit, but it would just be a replay of my shot, and your
yeah.
ball would land on top of, and so we could
Yeah,
never get that to work.
as if being injured and mousing through a course wasn't bad enough. Now I wasn't even able to mouse through. I would just move the mouse and it would just be the same shot as you. I was like,
Right.
this is thanks. This is real fun. It's
So
like
then we came
insult to
upstairs.
injury. Yeah.
Then I came upstairs, and we played together with our mouse licenses, so that we can review some of the courses. And I tell you what, we gained a whole new appreciation for chipping and putting with mouse only.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
gonna
pretty
be
ugly.
yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do mouse play for that long. It's not.
Justin, I don't know how you do it, my
I
friend, but I
don't
have a
know how
whole
he
new
does it.
appreciation for how good you are at it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's frustrating for sure.
Yep. All right, well, let's go. We got like a bazillion
Yeah, we got
courses
to
to
get
go
through
through
this, and I got a
and
timeline
get
here.
kicked out.
New
Yep.
courses, boom. We have actually a quad play by the Golf Boy this week. So we do have
Yeah.
Barren View Golf Course, St. Croix Golf Course, and Tathra Beach Golf Course. Maine and Australia. So he hit us hard early on. So these are some of the earlier courses that came
Yep.
out.
Yep.
And then we have the GC at Hawks Prairie, the Woodlands by Scott H67.
Yep.
We got Wooden Sticks by Amache.
Magic.
Lakeridge Golf Club. Now looking at that, I didn't realize that was in Reno, Nevada
In
by,
Reno, yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
Great
yeah. Yeah.
Bangini.
Yeah.
Winter Wonderland by the Golf Boy. Now, we wanted, we initially thought, hey, let's give Winter Wonderland kind of like a I don't know, honorable mention on this because it is so unique and everything. But we just had so much other stuff to cover, so we stuck to the courses that are going to be MPALs this week. We really want to give a good shout out to that one because it was somewhat unique. I like some of the ideas and the things that he did on there. But
Agreed.
alas, we had to cut some things for the show tonight because I'm very limited on time, and well, but great job in Winter Wonderland Golf Boy. Nice timing for that. Thanks for the treat for Christmas time.
Here's my ask, and Golf Boy, I really love Winter Wonderland. I would actually love to see you update it like very, very soon and put all kinds of holiday decorations and lights and stuff all over it. And then after the holidays are over, take it all off and put it back to the Winter
There you
Wonderland.
go.
I
There
think
you
it'd be
go.
fun to have a holiday version of that course going through December, and then put it back to what it was. So really cool use of 3DG. He made it thick and fat and white, and I
Yep.
mean, it looked like snow mounds. It's a huge shout out to to you and that course. Really nicely done.
Yep. Well done. And then we have a rookie release by the worst name that you can come up with as a designer because I3, I2, IA, IV.
No, it's like the I3 has got to be like it spells something. It's I'm showing my age here. Hold on.
No, that is I3,
The
I2,
three is an E.
I don't know what that is.
IIO.
Okay. I thought it was something Roman numerals, but no, I don't know, something a fifth. Who knows? Anyway, the Cedars at Dungeness in Sequim, Washington.
Washington. Yep.
And then we got GreyStone Country
Great stone.
Club by none other than the trader himself, the Great Bangini.
And by the way, he broke into your house this week, but you weren't home, so and he stole your booze.
Yeah. And I no, I am happy for him. He did get a job at Trackman. It's not.
He did.
I hate Trackman, but I still like Great Bangini, so it's all good.
I love Great Bangini's
Maybe he'll
awesome.
go there and fix that fucking place. Anyway,
Well, he can't. He can't. So we won't be seeing courses from him going forward. Is that true?
no, he's yeah. So what I understand is his agreement with them. He's allowed to finish what's in his queue as a designer, and then he is done, I think he'll go quiet because I'm sure that once he goes to work there, knowing how litigious that company is, they want him doing nothing, I would
Probably
assume,
nothing
with
but
GS Pro.
trackman stuff. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
given
Well,
that there's a lawsuit between the two. I have a feeling that you once he like takes like day one, he goes in there. I think you're not going to hear from him again.
well, hey, congrats, Pangini,
Yep,
on the new job. That's awesome.
yep. Congrats. Prairie Knolls and by Run Pud
Just
Run and CSM Golf. Now, this is where we break out the secret decoder ring and say Prairie Dunes very quietly, right?
and this is like I think the most heavily publicized course on Facebook over the last month,
Right.
and I've been extremely excited to play this and looking forward to this one. So
Yeah.
it's a great course.
And just another one to add to the list is Prairie Dunes on GS Pro.
Prairie Dunes is
Is
there?
it along with the TG, the TPC courses? Anyway, the Pines Golf Course in Wyoming by Run Pud Run.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Royal Queensland in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia by Dev.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a Jay Pruitt. And of course, South Carolina, of course. If you say Jay
Of course,
Pruitt,
it's South Carolina.
it's South Carolina.
I can't knock him though, because I'm like the Colorado guy. He's like the South Carolina guy. So
Very true.
more power to you, brother.
Yep, very true. And Dubuque, I think that's called, or is it Dubuque?
That's
Dubuque?
Dubuque,
Is it
Dubuque,
Dubuque?
Iowa,
Okay, that's what I thought.
Dubuque, Iowa Country Club.
Um,
It's funny. Yeah, no, never mind. Keep going. I'll bring it up during our other segment. So I just thought of something. So
all
never
right.
mind.
So let's just jump right into the M Pals this week. We're not going to waste any time.
Nope. Let's go.
So GreyStone by the Great Bangini. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, this could be his last M Pal. You never know. Maybe he'll come out with another
Might be.
course.
But I
Um,
gotta say, Bangini's on a run. He's gotten MPOWs, I think, almost every week for the last 4 weeks or so, three or
I'd
four
be.
weeks. Like
Does he have any
he's
courses that aren't M Pals? That'd be a
that's a
question, right?
good question. Like his courses are just so good.
Yep. So first tee, Parkland course, rolling hills. Just very. It's funny. He has this great knack for like the not quite dried out like natural color look. Really good at that. He
Yep.
saw a couple of pictures of Kapalua and he came and he said, "Hey, just want to give you some unsolicited advice, and I'm happy to take it." But he wanted me to dial the saturation down, and I'm like, I hate to say it, dude, but I've seen tons of pitches to Kapalua, and there's not a dry spot on that course.
It's not. It's also high enough. It gets a lot of rain.
Yes.
On Yep.
So I was like, I don't know if I can dial down the saturation at all. I'm still playing with it, but I what I see here is Kapalua does not look like this.
Right.
But yeah, so this was, and we're going quickly through slides. This was a hole. Lovely hole. I love the work here. I was just really surprised on this hole, actually, that the water here was OB. Remember when we played this one, we were mousing through,
Yeah.
and we were really surprised that as soon as we went off the edge of the screen, we were in OB. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. Like, there's no place to drop down there by the water, and so I kind of get it. I think I was thinking the OB was more left of the water, and that would be more of a hazard versus having to go back and re-hit from your second
yeah,
shot. But that was only. But it
yeah.
looked great. The rock work looks really good
Yeah,
along there too.
and he did a really good job with this water. I mean, this is a still screenshot, but the water flows look really good. It's really
Yep.
hard when you have a narrow stream like this that the water tends to kind of get a little goofy looking in certain places. It runs too fast or too slow. I looked for a bad spot and I really couldn't find it, so he did a great job. He also did I'm sure he watches our show on occasion, and I did the tip I think a week or two ago when I talked to people how to stack out their grasses, and he did a great job. I mean, out here in the distance is where his fall off line is.
Yep.
Now I'm way up in the air; you don't see it when you're flying around, but I think, and I purposely went up and had to look for this. I didn't see it as a golfer, you don't see it. He probably had like, I think he had 3 or 4 different grasses on there, but I think he planted them each twice and then different rendering distances for each one. So it got extremely dense when you were close and you
Yeah.
barely saw it build out. It looked really good.
It
Very
looked really
natural.
good. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. I love that. By the way, I love that technique. I do that all the time. You I use 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 of the exact same grass,
Yep.
and I may change the hue just a little bit on them here and there, and then I spread them out the density and the fall off, and so that you can have a really close dense, and it doesn't impact performance negatively that much.
Yep. And then this is fun on the outside. This is just terrain showing, but it's obviously like a quarry or a salt mill or something, and you see a little.
Is that off the course? Like that's just
Yeah.
the train that's off to the edge.
Yeah,
Okay, guy,
and
I
and
didn't look
you
and see
get
that.
glimpses of it from the course, and you get glimpses.
Interesting.
And so it was like one of those things where I kind of saw. I was like, "Ooh, what is that?" And I flew over. It was just funny because I flew over. There's actually like trucks, like satellite images. I think of the trucks and like the equipment you can kind of see here, but like even here, that this is just satellite. It looks so good. It's still. And this was really cool. I actually found this by accident. It's just like, man, this is like a huge quarry that they have dug in
Wait, but
there.
that satellite is not is he didn't dig that out. That's flat.
No,
Or
this
is that
is,
terrain?
and I think no, this is terrain. This is definitely
That's
terrain.
terrain going down. So
Now
it is terrain
he
going
might
down.
have dug this, but I don't think he did. Why would you spend any time doing that? That's what I'm assuming. It's
It's
just his
cool.
outer.
It's really cool looking. I
Yeah.
mean, I want to see a fantasy. We're Stinger Iyer. I want to see a fantasy
Well,
course
I could
going
see like
into the.
Tech Bud or somebody like building a course out
Yeah.
of this, right? Yeah, it's really cool. And this was 18, which I thought, it was a really fun hole, and it was very, I would say, typical of the entire course as far as like the look and just interest of the hole. The bunkers are done really well, but even then, I was just admiring. He had to spend a lot of time splining out the hazards on here, which is just it's a lot of time, And as a designer, you can really appreciate him spending the precision that he put in into some of these
Yep.
hazard areas and just doing a great job on everything. So well
Well,
done,
and
Bridget.
look at that this course. There's a lot of really tight areas. There's a lot of hazard in the deep
It's
grass and
not
the
an easy
slopes up
course
there.
by any means.
Not an
Yeah.
easy course. No, it was a fun course to play. Really well done too.
Yep. Well done. And we have Oyster Reef. Um,
Yeah.
Oyster
Jay
Reef and
Pruitt.
Jay Pruitt. Another one for you there, bud.
Uh-huh.
Almost 7K from the tips.
Uh-huh.
And he did put a driving range in. Now, a couple of the other courses had driving ranges this week, and I don't feel like I need to put one in every week, but this one was pretty clean looking. Um, I would recommend all designers just find a flat area of the course. It's very convenient to have a driving range. So you put some flags out there, and things look really good. The trees look like the forest oak trees and the nature manufactured trees in there all look really
Yep.
nice. Tee box off of number one. He took, I think these actually tees, the custom tees on here were existing tees, DPR tees. He put a custom logo on those, which look really
Yep.
nice. There were
Great.
some new plants that I've never seen. I know that these feather plants, I might have seen those before. I've seen these for sale as an asset, maybe CG Trader or something. I do know, I think when I remember seeing they're not lotted and they're very rich. So he didn't have a ton of those out there. And the performance on the course was fine. So he's very aware of that. And I think the reason the performance is fine, there's a reasonable number of trees, but there's just not a lot of grasses on this course. So I think he just did a good balancing job on that. 3DD looks really good. In addition, and we were kind of back and forth when we discussed this. I like what he did was he vert painted like this. So this is pine straw here, and somewhere between here, and I don't know if it's here or it's over here, is the line, the spline line. So what he did is he vert painted pine straw and then used that same color as a lower density grass. So we got this nice overlap without a hard line. Which, depending on the look you're going for, I think it looks really good. You weren't 100% sold, but then I talked to you, and you're like, yeah, I can appreciate it. You came around. Um,
Yeah, I do. I think the only little bit of an issue that I had, it was more, again, little bit. If you just, can you go back one
yep.
quick slide? Is it easy? Yeah. I just thought that nope,
Yeah.
right there. I just thought that it was just, the floor looked like complete pine straw further up. So if you put your mouse a little bit forward to the
Like a,
left, well, no, just up in the up to, yeah. So like left of the, see the green swipe where you were taking the green swipe
yeah,
of
yeah.
the, yeah. So go left of that one a little bit, right there. So you see how the floor is pine straw all the way up there, but the grass is really green still.
Right.
So that was my only, like, I love what he did and I love the approach he took, and I would love to have seen, I would have loved to have figured out, or maybe you used a 3DG on a blue channel that's a little browner, something between the green and the brown. And we're splitting hairs at this point,
Yeah.
to blend that grass a little bit more. He thinned it really well. Just that was it. But I agree with you. I think the technique is great.
Yeah. And then here, I think it looks good over here too.
Yeah.
Cart path looks really good. I love it when people sat paint cart paths. Um, I just think this line down in the middle just makes it look so much more real. Makes it look almost 3D to me.
Yeah.
I think it was really well. Now, the one thing I did, and I'm noticing in a lot of courses when people use, now I can't remember on this course if he used a skybox or advanced lighting, like if he used the basic or the advanced lighting. But I
I don't
found
know.
that people, when they use the basic lighting, I think the reflections off the water take on the sky much more in the basic lighting than they do in advanced lighting. So you have to be careful about that. So you can see his water is very blue. It's almost like the blue water that you see at like a miniature golf course. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
do like the feather bushes here. This this kind of like palmy. I forget what kind of tree this is. It's whatever.
I love that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like an
very
updated
simple.
version of the Lorax tree that Run Put Run used a couple months ago that I have also used before as well in Medalist. So I like that tree.
Yeah. Now I will say, if you look at his water, okay, the color is consistent though. All right. Now I want
Yeah.
you to hold that thought and remember because later on in another course I'm going to point something out
Okay.
that this other person did. But just look here, and the reason it's consistent because he did. I'm sure he used ram here, but it drops off very clean. The water hits a clean edge, and then most likely his water base here is right underneath, and it's the same color water base throughout this whole thing. So that looks fine. I don't necessarily agree with that color water. I think this should be more of a muddy or green for this kind of course, but
Okay.
whatever. Oh, and then this was cool. We found this,
This
which
was
is like this
cool.
little memorial. So
Yeah.
obviously, this the Giardino family paid him or commissioned him for this course, or maybe I don't know. Maybe he didn't commission it, but they did it for their father, Pop. So they put a couple pictures of him in here playing golf, and then we assume that that's Pops
That's
sitting,
Pops sitting
and this
on
is like
the
yeah, down on like at the end of hole three, looking out in the ocean. So
yeah. I love that.
that
I
was
love
cute.
when when courses have personal touches like that for somebody. So I think that's great.
Yeah, so it was really cool. So well done on that one.
I think our only feedback, by the way, one piece, go back one slide if you can, was the hole, and I want to say it was a par three that Pops is sitting behind. We thought that the ocean sound was
Oh
a
yeah,
little loud at the tee. We were at the tee box
yeah,
going, you can't really see the water from the tee, but you can sure hear it. So you
yeah,
just may want to dial the distance down a little bit. On the green, perfect, no problem, but just at the tees.
yep, yeah. It was. We were like, wow, what is that? So, like, felt like someone put a blow dryer to the side of my head. Then we got the Cedars at Dungeness. This is out in Washington by I3, I2, IA, IB. Now I
And it's
didn't.
his first course.
It is his first course, which is very impressive. Now there's a lot of detail in this course, and this just goes to show at a course like this. I'm pretty sure he's just using all standard colors and stuff. But if you're a new builder and you just stick to the standard stuff, he obviously found some upgraded trees to use. But he did a really good job with this, like keeping the grasses simple. The performance was good. He did some custom tee markers with the crabs. We can look at those. So there's the crabs. I really like those. Really cool.
I do
It's
too. Yep.
custom flag. The only thing, if I maybe would have did, is maybe I would have stood those up and rotated them
Same.
because I would say what would your estimate be? I would say 95% of GS Pro users have no idea how to use F5 and look around, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
throw this up, do you know could you really tell what those are?
Right. Mine was same thing. When I played Pac-Man and I played this one together, and our first on the first tee was like, "What are those?" We weren't sure, and we flew over and like, "Oh wow, they look fantastic."
But you had
Same
to fly
exact.
over. Most people
We
probably
had to
don't know how to
fly
do that.
over to see it.
Yeah.
Yep. And he and I made the exact same comment at the same time. Oh, we wish he would have stood those up a little bit. Those look fantastic.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have to be straight up, but maybe just at a little bit of an angle.
A little bit of
Right?
an angle, just something to see it. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, really cool. I like what you did with the logo there, and I didn't realize this, and I said Dungeness as in Dungeness crab, and I just did a little research. I didn't realize that Dungeness crabs are specific to an area off of Washington coast. I had no idea.
Yep.
So really cool. And flying around, there's like a bunker that is shaped like a crab. And then I actually looked at and that actually exists in real life too
It
on the
does.
course.
It does.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
really well done with that. And the thing is, actually,
I will tell you, the arms, the legs are extremely hard to hit out of if your ball is up against the edge, because Pac-Man found out when we were playing.
oh, he got in there.
Yes, we were both on our second shots, our approach shots in this bunker area. I was in the grass and he was in the left arm, kind of closest to the green there. And it took a few swings to get the ball high enough to get out of that little tight bunker.
And yeah, because that bunker is like in a prime spot as far as
Oh
approaching that
yeah.
green, especially with the flag the way it is tucked like that. So
Yeah.
for sure. Did some like nice vert painting. Can kind of see it over here in the left around some of these bunkers. He dried stuff out a little bit. Grasses are simple but really effective. I could see some pattern areas, but not until I got up and I flew around a little bit. So, but from the golfer's view, everything's really good. Now, remember earlier I talked about water. Now, his was very blue.
His is
Okay.
very blue.
And if you look here, and as I was kind of like, so this, I noticed when I was flying around, there was like a halo around it, like this brown halo, and you can see it here. Now, if I really fly up, you see a lot. Okay. Now,
Yep.
Mash, yeah, I bet you know why that's happening, right? Do you
Uh,
know?
you tell me.
Okay, I know you would be able to fly and figure it out. But so what's happening here? So he did use standard lighting. Okay, so with
Yes.
standard lighting, I did find that you can see the reflection of the sky. So that's why you get so much blue from the standard lighting. So you could dial that down by changing the color of the water, of course. But what's happening is here is you've got the color of the sky, the color of the water, and then underneath this is the water
The
plane. Yeah, so he's got part of the water above like the rough. Then he's got his water base here. So
Yep.
all those things combined together,
Or
it's
given
just
that halo.
yeah, you're just getting a lot of different stuff. And then it gets deep, and then where it gets deep, it takes on, the color of
The
the
dark
water
blue
and
of
the
the
sky.
commentator. Yep.
So, trick here would be, you could make the whole thing shallow, lower the water plane a little bit so that it's reflecting the water base, or make the bank sides really steep and not have it. But the bottom line is you can stop doing that. So that was probably the biggest issue I saw at the course. It doesn't look as bad as on the screen from low. It's kind of like this, but still it's still a really good job on the course, right?
Yep. Yep.
And then the end of the car pass here. Remember, you can do sat shading on these. I think that would make these look a little bit better. And then I like what he did with the vert painting on the end. Something I want to try, and I haven't had a course, but when I get back to doing Hershey, I want to try taking this same texture and vert paint it right on the edge of the path and see what it looks like. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And see if it like
Mm-hmm.
blends it in a
See if
little
it
bit
kind of
better.
rubs that path out versus the rounded edge there, just kind
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
yeah, have the path. Now, to do that, you're going to have to use the channel material
Yep.
editor
Yeah.
and add that texture into the cart path. But that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm curious, he could try it. Certainly not saying you have to change anything, but might be worth giving it a shot.
Yeah.
And then Lakeridge Golf Club.
Yeah, Lakeridge. So Lakeridge is another great band genie course. He's 2 this week. Man,
Man.
he's going out on a high. I don't think we realized, given how many courses there were to play through, that he was getting 2. But congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, I forgot he was getting
Um,
two as well.
for guys get yeah. So 6,600, the longest tee is not a very long course around, but I'm a sucker for a good RTJ, trail. And where was this? Is in this is the Reno one in Reno. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was fun. And there's some really cool holes, and this is a really well done course. So let's just jump in because there's some really nice things to look at here. So again, overall colors. Now I'll be honest with you, being Reno, I didn't think it was quite as green, but whatever, all cool. I
I
thought
just like
green.
that's why I was surprised. I was like, wait, that's Reno? This does not look like Reno to me at all.
I know it's like a little greener, a little wetter than I thought. Reno would be a little more deserty, but excuse me. But overall, really, this is the first hole. I took the HUD off so you can see the hole. First hole, really nice. Great cart right there in the middle of your tee shot. So if you hit a low burner, you can go right into the middle of the cart. I didn't check if there was a collider on it or not, but love having that there. And then I grabbed some small, like there's your Reno, there's your Nevada T sign. Great blender work. I God, some of the blender work that you guys are doing these days is so good. So love that. And then go forward another one. Good, simple, straight
Yeah,
hole signs. Doesn't have to be, they're off to the side there, but um, yeah, I think it's great. And you can see the four different tees that were there. They all matched up perfectly as well.
yeah.
And I think
I
I
wonder
got
how long. Did anyone ask why it doesn't have any par three tees yet?
I don't know. I did like the color of the water and the reflections. Like I thought it looked really good. I thought it was a good kind of. It wasn't like crystal blue, but it
Yeah,
wasn't muddy. It was just kind of that kind of well kept up. But I'm not gonna go drink and bathe in the water.
and
Swimming in
these
the
to me,
water.
like these are the really good waters because it from your main screenshot here, it looks like real water, but then at least on the sat shader, it's like
It looks
it's unnatural on this image, but it's water, right?
Yeah, and you could tell he tweaked from the standard aqua shader because that's black, right? And on the
Yeah,
mini map, that's as black. Sometimes you can't tell what it is.
yeah,
So I thought that looked great. I thought his shadows also looked really good. He is using advanced lighting, so everything lined up. I thought the shadows lined up really nicely. Again, I'm at the T. I just elevated up a little bit to take the screenshot, because I wanted to get the reflections in it. So it's really nice. And then if you keep on going, I thought his bunker work was
yeah.
really good
These look
too.
really good too. Yeah,
It just looked really good.
yep. I could see the sand. Yeah, I agree. When I look at those, I was like, I love those. I was like, I want to get those for Kapalua. That's not really the bunker color for Kapalua, but I was like, I like the texture there. But
I
that
want
is the
his
standard
sand
texture.
texture that he I don't know.
No,
I
that
like
is the standard one, 100% standard.
Is it really?
I
Okay.
think he turned the normal up a little bit to get a little bit more rough looking.
It looked so good. It looked like sand. It looked like kind of a more
Yeah,
rougher kind of sand like you would get in the west. Like I see a
yeah,
lot of that out here in the kind of western part of the US.
yep,
So those looked really, and the bunker lips were great. They were not too thick, and there was a nice blend from the grasses into. So I just thought the bunkers in this course were great.
yep.
And then I can't remember what hole number this was, and it blew me away. Like it's a hell of a par three. Like it is on the tee. This is the back tee. I want to say it was 16, maybe. Beautiful island green with a bridge going over to it. It's just gorgeous. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
see it
cool.
now. My only am I gonna have a knock? The only knock I have, I think the shadows are off a little bit in the far left side of that lake. The trees are. You can see where there's a house over there on the left
Yeah,
corner.
getting
There is a road.
shadows right on large bodies of water
Oh,
is
it's so hard.
not
It's
easy.
next to
Yeah,
impossible. And I think the
yeah,
only person that's going to notice that is me.
yeah.
So don't change it. But like he's got some really nice rocks and flowers strategically planted throughout the course here. And then what I did was if you go to the next screenshot, this is the green looking
Looking
back up
back
to the
up.
tee shot. Yeah. So he did everything. The hill is there and the houses and you can see the bridge right there that they made, which is so it's just really, really well done.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, that was really nice. And then I did notice this, and you and I noticed this too when we played this one together, is I did fly underneath. Again, you have to fly underneath to see this, and this, I believe, is his outer. And
No,
I think
it's
what he
not.
did, you think it's the inner.
No, it's the lost city of Atlantis.
We found it. Is there a Stargate in it?
Yeah. No, it's his outer.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's his outer, and I mean, by the way, we're not going to do a tip today because we have like again a whole bunch of courses to go through, but we've been seeing a lot of folks that are not meshing their outer terrain. So I guess you don't have to, but the tools are there, so you might as well. It's you get better performance than having a terrain for your outer, but when you lower your terrain and you have this underneath and you leave it all bumpy like this, it can impact performance. It's got to draw all those, even though you're not seeing it, it's still drawing all that terrain. And it's got to draw all the different hills and everything you've got on, all the bumps you've got on it. So this course had no issue on performance, so there's no need to go
Yeah.
change it. But
Now it
just
could be now what's going to happen here, those really steep edges like that, what they do is they cause a lot of batch calls,
yep,
which go to CPU. So if you and now performance for me was absolutely fine on this, But if you have somebody, for example, that put a very powerful GPU, they upgraded the GPU on their computer, and they have an older CPU, they could get CPU bound, and then all of a sudden their performance tanks. So if you get any reports of that, what you have to do is, and I know what he did, is he manually lowered the. This is underneath the course. He went in and he lowered it with a brush, but he missed these
Yep.
spots.
He missed these
Um,
spots. Yeah.
the course performed really well, so I don't think he's going to run into issues. But if anyone does say, "Hey, this isn't performing," try to figure out if it's CPU bound, and if it is, you just need to go in there and flatten that stuff.
Yeah, and really also tips for new designers coming in. If you're gonna level stuff underneath your meshes, make sure you level it flat. Don't leave it jaggedy
Yeah.
like this because it can cause some
And
issues.
just for experimental, open this up in Unity, go into game mode, look at your batch calls, turn the outer off, and see how many. And I'd be curious to see how many batch calls
Yep.
it drops. So anyway,
Anyway, but great course, man.
yeah,
Awesome.
nice job.
Congratulations. Wooden sticks. Amache.
Much.
This is such a cool little course. I love this course. We had so much fun playing it. I need to get my
Was
notes up
this
real quick on this one.
was this one? You and I did play a course early in the week
Yeah,
together. We played a couple. Was this one of them? I can't remember.
this was one of them we played. Yep.
Okay. Was this
So,
this might have been the last course that we played together for a while?
well, no, this one we played. This was one of the ones we tried to play where you were on the mouse because you were already injured and
Oh,
I was
okay.
Sim, and it kept
Yeah.
your
Okay. So
shot was
this
my
wasn't
shot.
the one where we played in the sim together. No.
No,
Okay.
no. So it is a mashup.
Oh yeah,
It's got
yeah,
a
yeah.
mix of its own unique wooden sticks holes, originals, and others. So, for example, hole number 3 is a replica of Augusta number 12. Now, this is not a made-up course. I think this is a course in real life, and they have replica holes. So number 3 is these are my notes. Number 3 is, and thanks Adam for sending them. Number 3 is a replica of Augusta 12. Number 4 is a replica of Augusta 13. Number 6 and 7 are originals for wooden sticks. 10 is a replica of St. Andrews number 1. 16 is a replica of, I think, 16 at Pine Valley. 17 is a replica of 17 at TBC Sawgrass. And 18 is a replica of 18 at St. Andrews. So as you play through this course, it's not a replica in the sense of they brought in all the same vegetation, but the design, the layout of the hole, and even water placement
The
is very
terrain.
familiar.
Yeah.
The terrain is very familiar. And it was a lot of fun to play, and it was really, really well done. So let's just go. Let's jump through. So again, really nice colors. I really, really appreciated the lighter kind of fall colors way off in the back there with the more greener trees on the course, like the pines and stuff were still green. So I felt like it was like early fall, but not in that deep fall where everything is, about ready to, the leaves supposed to fall. And again, really nice colors, really nice grasses, just a really good feel across the board. And I didn't take shots of all the individual holes. Y'all go play this course and you'll see them. So, simple T signs. I loved it. Like it looked really good. The wood grain on the pole was extremely well done, and he took the time to put a custom T sign in, but it didn't have to be really big and fancy. Custom flags as well. So all the normal things you'd like to see in a course, he's got it. Next shot. And again, really cool hole. Like I love this hole. We played this one together, and both of our shots land on top of each other because GS Pro was jacked. But like nice big dog leg left, but it's a short hole. It's 317 downhill, 11 yards. The ability to get real close with a good drive was fun, and the course was a ton of fun. And then there were some really, really hard holes as well, which was made it fun. And by the way, pretty good alignment of your tee boxes. They're
But don't forget
almost
to
straight
flatten
on.
your tee boxes.
Yeah, you gotta flatten the tee box a little bit. So, clubhouse. This is not a custom clubhouse. I'll be honest. This is a clubhouse that you can download and put in. He changed the colors
Change the
and he
textures.
sculpted the terrain to make it
Yeah.
work really well because to have those carts underneath that carport and have it like that. So he did some terrain work to make that clubhouse fit. And if you go to the other side, it's the same thing. It looked
Okay.
great. T sign. So congrats to everybody who made it on this T sign. And he told me to tell you. Hold on. What was the comment? I want to make sure I get the words verbatim. He says, "Tell Mass I'm sorry to hear about your blow up on 17."
So what? Wait, what's the E mean then?
Well, you're even. It means you're even. So you were 7 under on 16, and then you're
Oh,
even.
okay.
So you blew up on 17. You went +7 on 17.
That's me not understanding how a golf leaderboard works. I thought these were scores. I was like, geez, no one here is really that good.
No, yeah, those are
And
no,
who's
that's not how it works.
angry bald man?
That's run putt run.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
That's right.
angry bald man. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Nice.
this is a lot of fun.
I love
I
it.
love when they do that kind of stuff. And I grabbed this just because to show there was a ton of bunker work done on this course. There were massive bunkers with grassy areas all through it. It reminded me a little bit of Whispering Pines,
Yeah, a lot of waste
kind of
areas.
yeah, kind of waste area. So he just did a ton of work on them. It looked great. The grasses looked great. It blended pretty well. It was just really really well done. So
Yeah, nice. And the
cool.
Pines, Mr. Run Pud Run.
Pines, run
Congratulations,
putt,
bud.
fun. Congrats, buddy. This was the most fun course I played all week. Sorry, it just was. I had so much fun playing this course. It is short, and it is a ton of fun being able to hit par fours in one from the tee
Oh
with a
yeah,
chance to shoot. Yeah, I mean,
I remember
I
looking at
sent
a
you.
couple of these, like from the Blues, this par four, like a 316 par four.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. There's a
267,
267,
257.
257. Now, none of them are straight. Like you can't just hit a ball just straight. To go there, you've got to dog leg left or
Yeah,
dog leg right and carry over trees. And so they do a really nice job of you got to play a lot of precision golf, but it's super short and it was a ton of fun to play.
yeah.
It really, really was.
I'm still trying to, I'm not going to be in my indoor golf league anymore, but I'm still going to try to keep it going for the guys.
Oh yeah.
But
This
this
is
could be
one
a
you should put
contender.
on there.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, because like, listen, you could have a 260-yard par four and decide I'm either going to hit a 7 iron and put it in the middle of the fairway and still leave a mid iron in,
Yeah, well,
or
there's not
I'm
only
going to
that,
take a
but like we
drive.
usually do two different tee groups. So we have to do a short and a long. Well, this could be one. I'm like, no, everyone's hitting from the blues.
Everyone's
Yeah,
hit from the same, and then if you
yeah,
want to take a driver and try to hit it over the trees off
yeah,
to the left, and you can, or
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Looks really fun.
yep. Course looked great. I personally turned the saturation down a little bit from these screenshots, and I thought it looked for me a little bit better. It looked a little bit bright on the fairway, the tee boxes and the greens especially, not so much the fairway and the rough. But I went and looked at some pictures, and it's a pretty well maintained, pretty,
Yeah,
so
it's not
not
bad to
really,
have a course overly saturated as long as it's consistent. What's
yeah,
frustrating is if you have like some crazy ass greens, like or like one thing is, and then you turn it down, then everything else just kind of goes bleh, right?
right,
And
right.
everything here just looks like maybe he just did it on a different monitor or something. Who knows?
But like all these courses are coming in. There's some kind of uniqueness to them. In the fact he's spent the time to do custom tee markers and custom
Yeah,
flags and custom boards. And I got some. So if you go through, I got some pictures of. You'll see. You can see the tee markers right there, but I got a close up of, and
there you
it
go.
looks really.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
actually think that is the standard tee marker, but they modified the. He modified the
Just put a logo on it.
like the ones that were used on the course. I think that Scott
Yeah,
did. Not Scott. That I don't remember now. Maybe Mangini did the standard ones that were default. They just put a logo on it.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the same T marker, but you just changed it in Blender, right? You just kind of
yeah.
cut top off. Custom flag. I didn't have the wind blowing. It's hard to see. Custom flag on it looked great. And then one thing I will tell you, and Run, I really really want to commend you. Not only did your signs look great, they were big in front and center. I actually in the sim found myself looking at these signs versus looking at the mini map on where to go because of where you place them and how big they were. And I love that personally. So thank you for doing that. It was great.
Coolio. Well,
A little bit
what
of
garden?
extra work.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit of extra work off the course. And again, the hole is right off to the right, so you turn 90 degrees from the hole and you can see this house and all the extra work he did on the flower bed and everything right there. The detail was really really well done.
yeah. Even though the driveway to the garage lines up.
Yep. And then nice vert painting around the edge of the cart path, which I liked, which gave it that kind of worn out look. Yeah, so I thought it was just a nice touch going in there. You can see it around that one as well, the
Yeah, I'm
driveway as
dying to
well.
find out. I have to experiment whether you can vert paint the end of these to make it
Yeah.
look a little better or not. But
Now that you said that on the last one, I'm thinking about it here too.
yeah,
Again, custom clubhouse loaded up with all the. I mean, some are custom assets, some are standard assets. That little hut is a standard asset, golf carts, but it looked really well. It was really well done, nicely placed.
and then
But
when we
overall, great job, run. Love, love, love that course. It may be one of my new favorite courses.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Then
And
we have Prairie Knolls, which is probably the celebrated course, right? That everyone's been waiting
yeah,
for. This was I think this was funded, right? Like crowdsourced as far as the funds go, right?
I have no clue, but
I think
however
I
it got
donated
done,
to this a long time ago. Yeah,
however it got done, thank you. It is a absolute pleasure to have this course in the list.
yeah. So you have the Bunker Stud CE Sim Golf teaming up with Run Pud Run, who is just a master of really efficiency and a master of colors and a master of vegetation and
You you
the
you,
it's amazing. Yeah,
you pair these two together,
it's good
and you're
things.
gonna get good things like this course. Yep, let's go. I I don't know what to say other than wow.
Well, I know
Like
how much time it takes to do a lot of the stuff here between. Well, shit. Let's just here's the first hole, right? So soak it all in because there's a lot going on here as far
there's a
as
lot. There's so much going on here.
um, which is well, first of all, these are freaking cool. Um, and I don't know if those are reflective of their. I bet they aren't. I probably completely made these up because they don't want to get into trademark stuff, right? So
I don't think they're. I'm guessing they probably made them up. Yeah.
yeah, maybe took some. I don't know, but they're really cool. Uh, and then the signs were really cool too. Although they look really dark. I'm not sure I guess maybe that was by design.
I don't know. Yeah, I did think they were a little dark, and I thought the outline of like you can see the green and the bunkers. It was a little hard to see the fairway on the sign, but I don't know if that
Yeah,
was by design or not. Yeah.
it could be. It's fun. And then the outhouse.
This is
Oh no, the
this is a
water. Yeah,
smorgasbord.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a smorgasbord of blender work that I found. We found a ton of blender work that I thought was really worthy of calling out. Like this is great. Like
Now,
this
when you
is
looked at this, was that a hollow, or was that just it's got to be a texture they put on the outside to make it look like the
no.
waterproof?
I think when I'm almost positive. I could be wrong. I think those are. I think they put the barrel. They put the can inside the thing.
Really?
I
I
think
think
so.
that's a texture out there.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I
if
do
we
know
go back,
someone
look
did
at it
do
from the
one.
side and see, yeah, I think someone did something like this similar or something. What if they just took that to the logo? I don't know.
Someone did do one though where it is actually a three-dimensional water can inside a three-dimensional
Yeah,
housing somewhere. Now
yeah.
I'm loading GS Pro to go check. It may be texture. You may be right.
I remember someone. I don't know if they did these or I remember someone. They might have posted these for people to share too. They're cool. A lot of blender
That's
work
cool
there.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought it was great. Yep.
I put this in. This is the clubhouse. I don't remember seeing this one before, and knowing these guys, they probably did a replica clubhouse and did a good job on it.
Yep.
So nice
Yep.
job there. Uh,
Okay.
cart path here, and
But
then
there's a lot in this screenshot to talk
yeah,
about right here. Like,
yeah.
you want to go or you want me to go?
You start. Go ahead.
All right. So first off, I am in awe of the work that you guys did around the thinning of the grasses, the vert painting, the painting out 3DG. You got, I think, two or three different blades that you're using.
And
And I
a
thought, oh,
custom like blade texture too.
and a
Like
custom blade texture. And then and that's just the 3DG. You look at the rough off to the left there, and
yeah,
there's probably 5 or 6 different
grasses.
2D grasses, maybe some 3D mixed in, and then different heights and colors, and it just looks so good. It's so real.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
impressive. And then not only that, but like the underlying texture here too. Like I don't, if you can see it where my mouse is circling right here. See how this looks like there's almost like some weeds growing up through
yeah,
this grass? That's just the texture underneath.
yep.
Which is just they did. I don't know if that was by accident or on purpose, but it came out really well.
Now, I did find one, and I wanted to mention it to you guys so you saw it. It's going to be really, really hard to see in the screenshots. You'll need to just trust us and go in and look. If you look along the kind of like 2/3 of the way up from the bottom of the red line, there is a bit of a black line. The screenshot doesn't really do it justice, but there's a bit
It's
of a
right
black line
here.
right there. That is where the fall off of the 3DG may be a little bit too close because it's as your ball lands in the rough and bounces forward, you're actually seeing a wave, a wave of the 3DG as the ball is going towards it and lands and rolls.
It
So
looks like
you
a sound wave going through the grass.
Yes, exactly. It's not a I mean the colors don't change. It's just like a
Yeah.
wave going away from you through the grass. So you may want to check the distance on the 3DG on that one.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
the
for such
fall
a
off or something
pristine
like that. Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
yeah, as you do an update, it may be something to look at. So that was, I mean, pretty minor thing to
And
find.
we talked about this when I first loaded this because this came out I think last week when we were on break. When it first came out, I had a lot of performance problems. I ran a performance test and I said, "Man, actually, this is one of the worst performing courses I've ever seen." And then the update came out and it was fine. So I'm not sure if
Yeah.
they fixed something there or what they did.
I had zero. I played it this week. I think it was already version 2 when I got a chance to play
Yeah,
it, and had no performance issues. It ran just fine on both my my sim machine and my design machine.
yeah, it works great for me now too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
here's more.
Awesome.
Oh, and this is where you can see like this, like spark,
Yeah.
like it's not sparkly, but that's the texture underneath. So it makes it look like there's like weeds or an underlying, like another whole grass texture.
Yeah.
It's really
And
cool.
then this is also, if you look, that is a different 3DG blade texture that they're
Yeah,
using. It's
it's like
a
a square on the top to make it almost look like cut grass.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So, and then you can see the vert painting out where it got a little thinner right there. So, just, just, I mean, there's so much going on this one screenshot, but to make it look as good as it is, it's really, really, really well done.
Yep, nice job. And bunkers. Um, I mean, CESM Golf. I've watched your bunker videos. I don't have the patience that you do. And
Neither do I.
man, but dude, knowing how much time I'm sure you spent on these bunkers to get them look like this, between the grasses that are on there, the smoothness, the depth, the vert painting here, it's impressive. Not only
My,
is it's really good. Yeah,
it's my. We don't have it. It's my feature request of the week. Do you see how in this forward bunker he has got next to no lip on the backside because it's all rough. It's all deep, thick
yeah,
grasses. There's no bunker lip to it.
yeah,
And then as you go forward towards the bottom right of the bunker, you'll see that there is a lip.
yeah,
Go up towards the fairway up there, right there. There's a lip right there.
yeah,
I would love for our blender tools to be less uniform on a lip and more like, hey, this is deep rough and this is rough. So I want no rough at the deep rough and no lip. I mean, I would love to so that those of us that don't know how to do this, even though you post the videos and don't have the patience to do this,
yeah,
can do something similar, but not quite as good.
yeah, yeah. Yep. I just know how much time and effort it takes
Yeah.
in Blender to do this, and hats off for
I mean,
sure.
you and I have been talking about Blender stuff in bunkers, and I think what you've shown me is a great way. I just don't know if it'll yield the same results as this.
No, it won't. But it's the difference between spending probably an hour on this bunker, and if with my way, I can do it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
mine don't look like this either. It's just this.
Correct.
And it's with everything. It's a give and take, right? More
Yeah.
time, more effort, better looking. It's like whether you want to spend that or not. I think these guys were written that I think this course was over 200 hours of time.
Oh, I believe it. It shows.
Yeah.
It shows. It
I
is.
wouldn't
It
be
is.
surprised me if the bunkers were a third of that, right?
I would not surprise. Yep.
So
Yep.
you
And
found
then
this.
we
This is
had a
pretty funny.
tornado come through. I think this is nowhere near the course. You can't see this from the. Actually, I do think you might see some of the roof lines from
Yeah.
far off in the distance through
It's
trees on a
it's
hole.
just them putting stuff out there because you needed something way far away and you don't see this.
I thought it was funny though. It looked
But
like a tornado came.
we had to find something, right?
All I could think about was like Dorothy and like the tornado came through and the houses spinning and this is
And they
all
all got dropped. This is where they all got dropped, right?
exactly that's where they all got dropped. Exactly. So
And it just seems like such random houses too. Like this one's like a modern house
yeah,
with solar panels, and then you got like some development houses, then a mansion across the
and the
back with six
mansion back there in
chimneys.
the back, they're just completely random, and they're at random angles too. They're not even all like at the same. They're all like kind of randomly thrown down there. I
It's like
love it.
they drug them right out of the out of Unity in there, just where they plop. That's where they left them. It's good. Even the road is all messed up. I love it. It's good.
I love it.
You
I
don't
love
see
it.
it. It's all
Exactly.
good, guys. Good, all good.
Yep. I am gonna make one proclamation since we can.
Okay.
Is that course is not just an MPOW. That course is so good. I'm gonna gauntlet it.
Yeah, and we officially don't have a gauntlet anymore. I guess that's kind
I
of on
know,
us,
but
but
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I would definitely
yep,
say that's like an eagle or not an eagle. Was that no ace? Right? Was the
ace.
high one?
That's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
ace. That's
yeah,
an ace. We don't have a gauntlet, but that's an ace. Like I wanna that course is head and shoulders above all the MPOWs are great.
yeah,
That course is head and shoulders above all the MPOWs, and so I wanna ace that one. Thank you. Not
yeah,
gauntlet. I want to ace that one.
yeah. Ace. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Yep. Well done.
Okay, so we got how much time? I got about 30 minutes left. I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, I think we're
Posts of
good
the
shape
week.
before they kick you out.
Yeah, post of the week. Yeah, before someone wants to come in here and go to bed.
You're
Yeah,
starting. Mine are after
I'm
yours.
starting. Yes. Okay. So, man, he wants his stimp lower than 8. I don't know about you, but when I play on 8, I feel like I'm hitting on Velcro. Right?
Any other remedies to slow it down? Don't
Even
use your
more?
freaking driver.
My God, I can't imagine wanting something slower than what GS Pro is on an 8. Where's
It
this
goes
guy
to
play?
10. It goes to 10 and I complain. I'm like, oh my God, 10 is so
Yes.
slow. Oh,
Yeah. I don't know what it get. Okay.
wow.
Anyway, so
Wow.
that's the
Okay, Eddie.
simple
I'm
one.
sorry. I mean, he's
Sorry, Eddie.
strong. I mean, Eddie's been working out. That dude, like, lay off the juice, Eddie. You don't need to hit the ball that hard.
I do like 32 comments. I think 31 of them were like, "Are you kidding me?" um, this is great. Okay, so this guy, like, legitimately is just like, hey, has anyone opened up a golf simulator business? Can you tell me like startup costs? Just get an idea. I think of a business plan, right?
Sure.
So one of the suggestions were rent a storage unit and put it in there, then rent it out per hour. Can you imagine if you go and you reserve a
Storage unit. Yeah,
you go online and you say, hey, oh dude, there's this golf sim that just opened up. You pull in and it's a storage unit and you're getting out and walking in and the guy's opening up the garage on the side of the storage unit.
the big metal door goes up. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me like, during COVID, one of the things that got popular was like people renting out their pools. It was like, come rent my pool. There's an app. You like, come rent my pool for an hour or 2 hours, and you can go to people's houses. I was gonna rent my hot tub out. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like I got a garage. I got a garage.
No, it would be like the equivalent of let me get a storage unit, put a kiddie pool in, and rent it out. Like, who's gonna go? Like, talk about like stuff that just looks shady, right?
First off, hold on. Hide us. Go back to the deck real quick, okay? I know we're up. I know you have to alt tab because we're between. There you go. Hold on.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. There we go. First off, let's talk about the fact that you want to start your business plan in a Facebook group.
Well, I don't know if he's doing that. Maybe he's just trying to get an idea of whether he's got the capital funds to do this, but I don't know.
And second, let's actually comment the fact that Mark Cuban.
Yes, I forgot about that part of it. It's Mark Cuban.
I love that Mark Cuban took time out,
and that's why I didn't cross out the name, because I was like, Mark Cuban, no kidding.
That's how a shark does it. They rent a shed.
We can start crowds for names. I'm sure there's all kinds of names you can come up with a golf simulator and a storage place. Like,
yes, for sure. But none of them I could say.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. So this guy teed it up indoors. So he said, I'm not sure, why did I go? Why the TPC courses, not on there. We get this question every day, or where are these TPC courses, right? Why aren't they? Well, then this guy comes forward and says, legal losers and softies are only the people you're going to hear from here. And
Which
Michael,
are you? Nice bull
Bull
pride.
Pride.
Which are you?
So I thought that was
No,
the
I
great.
love
That was the
answer.
comeback. That was the congratulations, Mike. That was the comeback of the week.
Oh, Mike, that was awesome. Mike, I cannot wait for you to golf with us in Denver. Hopefully you're coming out for that.
And kind of remember this theme. I have a theme this week. Did you know that there are assholes on Facebook?
There are?
Yeah, there are. Yes. So that's my theme this week, and we're going to come back to that in a second. So, congratulations, Al. Good job.
I got to figure it out.
Sorry for
the
the
post.
I guess he posted something earlier. So he wrote another post saying, I got to figure out, sorry about the previous post. Good job, Al.
He didn't even go to the post. He said, hey, guys, I got it.
He could have put
a whole new post.
Something tells me if you can't figure out Facebook, you're going to have a hard time with your sim. Just saying.
And everybody's replying, good job, Al. Nicely done. Glad you got it figured out.
Or is that AI?
It could be.
AI doesn't know how to use Facebook either.
Al does not know how to use Facebook. He does not know how to use ChatGPT to solve his problem.
Yeah. Now the same guy. Actually, sorry, this was Jeff.
Different guys, Jeff.
Is anyone around to help? Facebook. There's always people around. What do you need,
There's
Jeff?
always people around. I mean,
what do you need, dude?
It is Facebook.
So he's just.
Did anybody actually go in there and help him?
I think there were comments like, "What do you need help with?"
Sorry, I cannot help you with your marriage, Jeff.
This is kind of the previous theme, which was help me, help you.
Help you.
Yeah. I wish there was a Black Friday deal for sale for SGS Pro.
I saw this post get posted.
Now, which is funny about this is I think this was posted like Tuesday, like 4 days after Black Friday. I was so tempted to reply, there was, you missed it.
Was there?
No, but like you're asking for a Black Friday deal 4 days after Black Friday, you know.
I'm looking for a weekly Wednesday or whatever, something Wednesday deal.
Cyber Monday, and today is Taco Tuesday deal. I don't know.
Taco Tuesday deal, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Russ, you're just a little too late. You missed it. Sorry, bud. And then, so this goes back to the assholes on Facebook. There are assholes on Facebook. Did you know that? Well, this guy's just asking for help. I've got this Optima G10. I'm not happy with it. What do you guys recommend? Another projector? What's out there? Help. This freaking jackass doesn't fix your swing. Spend less time on projectors and more time on your swing and your lessons. My 2 cents. For reference, I got the same projector. I'm a 12 handicap. Money is spent better in other places. Dude, what a freaking dick.
Yeah. Hey, Robert, I'm a 6 handicap. Let's go, dude.
I mean, what the fuck? It's like you're comparing like two different things that have no relation to each other. So if someone wants nice things, let them have their nice things. If he wants lessons, he'll get lessons. Freaking douche.
Maybe a nicer projector will make him have a better sim experience, or make him lead to more lessons. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So, which leads me to my deep thought of the week.
Oh wait, did you hurt yourself thinking about your deep thought?
Yeah. That's all I have time is my I pulled a brain cell.
Now all you do is have deep thoughts. Like, why did I go after that pickleball?
So serious question though, Mashie. Like when you see these guys that are just kind of pricks on Facebook, like stuff like, like this guy what was his name? Robert or whatever. Yeah. Do you ever go into their Facebook profile just to see what an asshole looks like?
No, I try not to soil myself that way.
Like seriously, like you see this, they could click on. I just want to see what this guy looks like. Oh God!
Did you do that?
Oh, I totally did. And you're like, oh my God! Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, these people have kids. Like, I'm so, you're like, oh, poor kids. These people shouldn't be allowed to procreate,
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, the
Yeah.
other people, like when you see
Oh,
someone
I
that
was
posts
waiting for
something
screenshots.
so,
I thought.
oh no, I'm not going to post screenshots of people or
Oh, I
anything.
was waiting for you to pull up his profile on Facebook and have screenshots here and be like, "Here's the dude. This is what
Well, but you see somebody post like something really stupid or just like, or really, like, I just like, I wonder what these people look like. You know, like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't. I sometimes try to ignore the stupid posts,
yeah, yeah,
and then I try to ignore the angry posts because there's just way too many of them. Unless the anger is directed like at me or at somebody that I know, and then I tend to like try to step in a little bit. And I didn't have any anger, like, but today, for example, I posted on the GS Pro users that I have the Breckenridge courses that I submitted,
yeah.
and this guy posted. It was not an angry post, so he doesn't fit in this category. But he posted, "Hey, this looks fantastic. I noticed you live in Denver," which actually now you're looking at my profile, so now I'm kind of freaked out. So
Yeah.
like, dude, he was like, "I noticed you live in Denver. Have you thought about doing more local courses? It'd be really good for us to get some Denver, Colorado courses in the GS Pro." So I did do a little snarky reply back with, "Other than," and I list like 11 courses. Those, what's missing? So maybe I was the asshole. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I got to do what you got to do. No, I try not to go chase down the assholes. I'm amazed at how few assholes there are in the GS Pro forums compared to the other forum groups I'm in around my EV and things like that. Like those guys are a whole different world.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprised. Like Discord is a pretty core. Like there's definitely some
Yes,
There's personalities in there, but I feel like you get to know people so much better inside Discord, and you can appreciate
agreed,
the assholes, right?
agreed,
Is he's
agreed.
not? He's an asshole, but he's my asshole.
Well,
You know?
and we've seen some pretty big blowups especially in the Ball Speed Fitness channel.
Yeah,
Um,
I've had
but
my own.
they do a pretty nice job of letting them like kind of play out, and then it
Yeah,
gets to a point and everybody's like, "All right, we're good, we're
that's
done,"
enough.
you know.
Yeah, we're done.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, had enough. All right,
yeah.
I grabbed a couple.
All right. Let's see here.
Ready?
Oh, jeez, talking about a budget.
Water bottle cap.
I
Been
honestly,
using this one as short teas.
he's not
They work
wrong.
great.
He's not
He's not
wrong.
wrong. He's not wrong, but really?
Oh, the only problem is like you know how many of those things I have a hard enough time to like I put like streamers and ribbons on my tees and stuff and lose them. How many though? I'd have a billion of these things gone in like a week. Yeah, but
But I'm thinking to myself, at a minimum, between, I mean, I guess if you go really low budget and you get a used SkyTrack and a
yeah,
net
yeah, I see where you're going.
and a computer,
Yeah,
you've probably spent what, $3,000
yeah,
to get up
maybe,
right.
maybe.
No screen, no projector, no big gaming machine, and you're maybe in for what, three at a hitting mat that's hopefully not going to give you tendonitis, right? So maybe you can get in between $3,000 and $5,000 at the entry level. You probably can afford a couple $8 tees.
Yes, that's where I was thinking too. Yes, I guess maybe in a pinch, in a pinch.
So in a pinch, you can't find your tees. They've flown everywhere, but you got a bottle cap off your Mountain Dew. So use that one instead.
uh, looks
I
like
need a screen, 10 by 10.
all right. It's in the mail.
You got it.
You
On the
got
way.
it. And like this,
Anything.
would you? I don't know. Do people buy used screens? I mean, really? Do you know
Oh,
what
I
you're
see
getting?
people posting. Yeah. I actually should put my old screen up for sale. I see people buying.
Like looking
I
for
think
a
this
deal?
time of year. Yeah, I think this time of year, anybody's trying to get in. Some people try to get in as cheap, and I get it. No worries, it's expensive, but people try to get in as cheap as they can. I did see a post, or so the discussion, I should say, of it was like somebody trying to buy a screen, but it didn't quite fit their size, and they were like, "Well, just cut it."
Oh,
Just
boy.
like scissors to it and cut it to fit. Like nope, not part of it. So,
No.
but in case somebody knows, I need a screen.
Yeah, screen
10 by
10
10.
by 10. 10 by 10.
Okay.
Wow.
How do you download courses on GS Pro? Thank you.
Um, Yeah, sometimes I like to give these guys like the benefits of doubt and just be like, maybe they don't have it yet. They're just curious. But oh man, like,
I'm
yeah,
followed up by the same guy. Okay, I was able to download courses. I
this is the
downloaded the
same
no
guy.
putt
I
version.
realize this is a two-part. Okay.
It's part two. I downloaded the no putt version. I don't know what the hell a no putt version for SkyTrack is. I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
for the SkyTrack Plus, the new SkyTrack, I think there's a special connector for it, but putting doesn't work.
Well, that okay, but I think the way I read this was he downloaded the no putt version of a course, and it will not add putts or allow me to advance to the next hole. Well, of course, it won't let you add putts. It's a no putt. You can't putt. So
Yeah,
this
yeah, I'm not
poor
sure what
guy
he's.
I don't know where he was going with it. I felt bad for him, and then I put it in here, and I felt, well, a little less bad. But
Oh, okay,
um,
so I'm not sure if he's talking. Yeah, if he's talking about a version of a course, he's talking about the version of the
I
connector,
couldn't tell. I
or
couldn't tell.
it will not
What
add putts or allow me to advance. Well, it probably won't allow him to advance because it's probably just sitting on the green waiting for him to putt and finish the hole.
does that mean? He didn't go in and choose
I
like
would, I
auto
would,
putt?
I would think he didn't choose auto putt, or he wants pick putt or something. I don't know.
But he thinks he downloaded the no putt version of the course, so he got on the green,
Yeah.
and I don't know. So I'm sorry, man. I blocked your name out because I know you're having some challenges, but
Yeah.
we're not here to solve them. We're just
Did
here to talk about them.
Did you go in and look at his profile picture? What's he look like?
I did not. I did not. I thought I couldn't unsee it.
What's he look like? I want to know. Does he look weird? Does he look like something? I don't know.
I don't know. I should have been a good citizen and gave him a link to Ralph's videos.
Yes. Yes.
Better yet, I should have just given him Ralph's email address
The
and
only
his phone number
the only bad thing about Ralph's videos are people have to go to them.
and watch them.
We need some type of AI that, like, when you post a question to like any of these groups, the AI says, "Oh, there's a video for that. Here it is." Before you
Oh,
post, you know how you go up and like help,
yeah.
and then you type in here, "What's your question?" "Oh, may I suggest these before? Would
Yeah.
you still like to open your ticket? Would you still like to post this on Facebook? Here's a Ralph
Ooh,
P video." You
I
know?
like that. I want as soon as somebody is about ready to post, like, hey, where are the TPC courses? ChatGPT pops up and says, boom,
Yeah.
asked 72,000 times in the last 12 months. Here are the most popular answers to.
Here's an automatic search return for your query.
Yeah, automatic. When you hit post on where's Top Golf,
Yes.
it just automatically replies with Riverwalk.
Try Riverwalk.
Try
Signed,
Riverwalk.
Bull Pride.
Side Bull Pride.
This is AI Bull Pride. Bull Pride AI.
Oh, yeah, it's not ChatGPT anymore. It's Bull Pride GPT. I like that.
Uh, do you have more of
We got to
these, or is
automate.
that it? No, that's it. How's the last one?
I think that's it. I don't think I need a second one. I just grabbed a couple.
Okay, go. All right. Well, I am. My family wants to go to bed.
Okay,
And
we're
I'm taking
done.
the bedroom here.
Everybody have a great weekend, and Master, feel better with your foot.
Yeah.
And we'll talk next week when you get back home.
Yep.
And congrats everybody on your MPOWs, congrats CE, and congrats Run Putt Run on your ACE for such an amazing course.
Yep. Nice job, guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
And